This week's Retail Week is brought to you by Avail, Phosphorus Fertilizer Enhancer. Never stop pushing. Hello again. Welcome to another edition with Paul and Eric. We're actually both in town this week.
But this week only.
Yeah, but this week only. We've got a bunch of things going on. I'm going to be out for a day with our friends at AgReliant Genetics talking about precision ag, which will be fun. Precision ag's been on my brain a lot the last couple of weeks. We've got our innovation conference coming up on the 22nd, which is now just two scant weeks away. And that's going very, very well. Today is the last day to get the lowest rate available. So if you're still interested in attending, we'd love to have you. It's precisionaginnovation.com is where the agenda can be found and other information, but it's really built up to be a pretty solid conference, and the quality of people coming is really, really great. It's going to be a terrific networking opportunity to see what's going on with precision, specifically from the standpoint or from the perspective of the retailers and service providers that are out there looking to build up their precision programs. So we're busily working on that, and I know you're heading out of town next week as well.
Yeah, actually, myself and most of our staff will be down at the National Farm Machinery Show in Louisville, Kentucky, starting on February 14th through the 16th. So if you're going to be at the event as an exhibitor or an attendee and you want to say hello, please feel free to do so.
Yep. Yeah. Send an email in advance because it's a little hard.
300,000 people, a little hard to find people. Yeah.
There's just a few folks kicking tires around that show, but it's turned out it's really kind of, I think, evolved, especially recently, to get a lot of news out. A lot of things are happening in terms of marketing programs and so forth. So this is always a conference we look forward to quite heavily. So what else is going on in the world?
Yeah, thanks, Paul. The other couple of things I mentioned last few weeks, we've kind of missed these few items. As we know, we've been following the Dow-DuPont merger talks and heard from the folks at Dow yesterday that they anticipate that the approval process will now take till the end of June. The European Union has extended to March 14th the deadline for the companies to submit their revised proposal for the merger. So we'll see what happens from that. And also, one other item, the Iowa Supreme Court has ruled that the case of the Des Moines Water Works against the 3 sewer districts in the state, that the Des Moines Water Works cannot collect damages from that lawsuit. So that's a victory for agriculture in this case, Paul, but the actual lawsuit, whether or not permitting will be required for farmers using those districts in Iowa, will take place at the end of June as well. So the end of June will be a key time for agriculture when you look at all the things going on at that point.
Yeah, policy-wise, there is a lot going on. Of course, hopefully we'll get the question of the Ag Secretary settled very soon, with hearings to begin at the end of the month.
Yeah, supposedly, by the time, I know at the end of February, most of us will be at the Commodity Classic down in San Antonio, Texas this year. And fingers crossed, hopefully by that event, we will have a confirmed Sonny Perdue as the new Ag Secretary.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it's the first time in Vilsack kind of started a tradition with the Commodity Classic folks of coming out and speaking and being heard on the whatever venue the Commodity Classic happens to be at. And I think that'll be unfortunately a trend that we will not continue. At least not this year. Hopefully that will come back again, because it's always good to have. It was great to have that guy out there, putting himself out for good and ill. And sometimes it was a good press conference. Sometimes it was a little more contentious, but he was always there to share his thoughts. So hopefully that's something that will return again in future years. So that's it for this edition of Crop Life Retail Week. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you next week.
There are no marks of conflict lining this landscape, no echoes of economic hardship, just the unmistakable murmur of Mother Nature's hand. In the perennial quest to outperform, ensure your crop gets the nutrients it craves with Avail Phosphorus Fertilizer Enhancer. Nothing helps protect your investment more, so you can grow confidently no matter what comes your way. Avail, Hold your ground.
Thank you to this week's video sponsor, Avail Phosphorus Fertilizer Enhancer from Verdesian Life Sciences.